Hello, hello, Andres. How are you? Álvaro. Hello, Crisette.
I'm fine,
Cristel.
Mr. Enseguida le voy a enviar los written works. Acabo de llegar.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Thank you. Hello, good evening,
Hello,
everybody.
teacher.
Hello, Cristel. How are you? Good evening.
I'm good, thank you.
That is good. That's good. Good to hear. Okay, so let's see. We have Crisette is also here. Hello, Crisette. How are you? And Laura. Hello, Laura. How are you?
Hello, teacher.
Okay, so Laura, I kind of like got informed of your situation or your status, and I think you on. As I was looking, I sent the group your everybody's progress, so you guys can see there. What you guys need to turn in. Now, Laura, can you write me in can you write me through inbox in the WhatsApp group?
Okay, mister.
Not right now though, but like later on tonight or tomorrow. That way we can square away what you need, what you have, where you at, and all of that. Okay. Okay, so it's already 6:05, but let's give everybody a couple of more minutes. Maybe they show up. Okay. So Andres is here. Hello, Andres.
Hi,
Oh,
mister.
well, I already said hi to you. Sorry. The Sally just came in, right? The Sally just came in. I think her audio still connected. Okay. So, how was everybody's weekend? Today is Monday. Have a good start of the week. I hope you guys had a good start of the week. Here in Cocha, it was, well, over there in Oruro, it was already past the festivities, right? Here in Cocha, it was just Carnavales this weekend. The Corso. So probably same thing, right? A lot of people getting wet, being out, watching the entrada. And that's about it. Did anybody travel this weekend? Did you guys travel? No. Nobody?
Yes, mister. I traveled.
Oh yeah? Where? To Cocha, right?
Right, mister. I
Okay,
went
good.
to Cocha with my parents and my brother.
Okay, good. That's good. So you had a little break, little stress-free, relieve some stress, right? All right, good. Okay, so today we're gonna start with Unit 23. We already did everything of Unit 24, and we had 2 written work classes. So you guys, everybody, I shouldn't see Unit 24 in that file that I sent, that screenshot that I sent. Unit 24 should be completed and corrected, because you guys should work on it while you guys are passing the classes with me, all week long. We did Unit 24 for like 6 days. So you guys should work on the unit as we cover it, you know, so you don't forget. But anyway, so that's pending for a lot of you guys. Unit 24 is already pending. Today we start with unit 23. And it's not hard. It's not hard, but it is tedious. If you understand the word tedious, it's like fregadito. You know what I mean? Because it's the passive voice, right? It's the passive voice, and it's better if we start by seeing the difference between a passive voice and the active voice, right? So we're gonna see that first. And it's real easy. It has to do with whether the subject is doing the action of the verb, or the subject is not doing the action of the verb. So that's all it is. The active voice obviously is the subject doing the action of the verb, and then the passive is not. You know, we're gonna see that right now with some examples, and it'll be clear for you guys. And I sent a little video. It was like 2-minute video. I know you guys are not gonna tell me that nobody saw this video. Nobody saw the video, right? All right, it's all right. Yes, no. I mean, you guys can turn on your mics and everybody can speak at the same time. You know, when we're in class at school, do you guys like that, all quiet? And then when your teacher speaks, everybody's quiet, or what? Or when the teacher talks and asks something, does just nobody answers, or one person maybe? Or does everybody have something to say in class? That's how it is in class, right? When we're in high school or in the university, in the classes, presential, like they say, presenciales, right? Nobody's always quiet. Everybody's talking. Why don't you guys talk over here? Can you guys hear me very good? Yes, can you hear me well? Everybody? Yeah, I'm sure you can. Okay, so I mean, did anybody see? I'm not gonna be choosing one person to ask, you know what I mean? Can somebody just be growing up enough to answer? Did you guys see the video? Yes or no? Did you guys see it? No, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. No, Mr. Carlo, I mean, you're not gonna get in trouble, right? Did you see it? No, you didn't. Yes, I did. Andres, did you see the video?
Sorry, mister.
Did you see the video I sent to the WhatsApp group?
Yes, mister.
Okay, good. Crisette, did you see the video?
Yes, I did.
And why didn't you answer? Why don't you guys tell me? Why do I gotta ask like everybody's name? Cristel, did you watch the video? Like that. Laura.
Yes, Mr. Yes,
Laura,
I
did you watch the
did.
video?
No, mister. Sorry, I can't see it because I have a lot of homework on my school.
Okay.
Right now, I checked my WhatsApp messages, so I don't know.
Okay, yeah, no problem, no problem. I mean, there's no problem. But every now and then you guys are gonna get a message from me during the day, so see what it is. And I'm never gonna send you guys a long video, you know. It's like a little simple 2-minute, 5-minute videos, just so you can come to class already knowing a little bit about passive and active voice and passive voice. All right, no problem though. We're gonna do it today, we're gonna do it tomorrow. I mean, we're gonna do it all week, because passive voice, you can use it with the different tenses, you know. It doesn't matter really what tense, you just gotta keep it in that same tense, you know, when you speak passive voice. But it's gonna be clear for you guys, don't worry about it. Okay, so let's go and share. Oh, I forgot I was in Zoom, so this is a lot faster here. Let me see what happened here. Oops. Here. this. And this curve. Okay. Let's move this over here. Oh, there. Let's move this down this way. Okay. 1 second, drink some water. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, Stephanie is here. All righty. This is just an example here. We got to finish it together. We're going to finish it together, my Jamboard, right? Let's go over here with the first. Okay, here, this is where we want to be at here. Turn this off. Give me 1 second, please. 1 second, 1 second. Okay. All righty, where we at here? Okay, can you guys see the Jamboard? Yes. Okay, so active, passive. What is voice? Is what it's saying, right? Can you guys read that part? Active, passive. What is voice? Right? So let's see. Voice refers to who or what that is doing the verb's action in a sentence. All right. So in a sentence, the who or the what that is doing the verb's action, that's what voice refers to. All right. So you guys, can you understand that part, right? Or do I need to say it in Spanish? So active, passive. What is voice? So it refers to when we see it, when we're using a sentence, right? If the who or the what is doing the verb's action in that sentences, then that's a voice, and then in the voice, we have the active voice and we have the passive voice, right? So here, take a look at the orange peg, orange sticky peg. Yeah, so let's, oops, sorry. Let's go with Andres. Oh, yes, Andres. Can you read the orange part, please?
Okay, Mr. Active voice means the subject is doing the action. Active subject.
Okay, good. Okay, so the active voice means the subject is doing the action, right? In the sentence. That's what it means. So that means you have an active subject, right? That's what that means. So we're going to see some sentences right now and it'll be clear. So the active voice just means the subject is doing the action, right? There's an active subject there. Meanwhile, when we talk about the passive voice, it means the subject is receiving the action. That's why it's a passive subject. Watch, you'll see the example and it'll be clear. So just remember that active voice means the subject is doing the action, the verb's action, right? So there's an active subject there. And then in the passive voice, the subject is receiving the action. Watch, you'll see. Just watching, just remember that and just look at the examples here. All right, so to figure out whether a sentence is active or passive, what you got to do? You got to look at the subject, right? We just said. So is the subject performing the actions? What you got to ask yourself, right? Is the subject performing the action? Then it's active. Or is it receiving the action? Then it would be passive. So let's look at the example. The boy plays the piano, right? The boy plays the piano. The boy is the subject, right? And plays is the verb. So the boy is doing the action, therefore the boy is the active subject, right? So therefore, when we say this sentence, we are talking in the active voice. So that's the difference between the active voice and the passive voice, right? So again, for it to be the active voice, the subject has to be doing the action of the verb. So in the example, the boy plays the piano, that's the sentence, right? Boy is the subject, right? The boy, or boy, obviously. He, in other words, right, is the subject. Plays is the verb. And then since the boy is doing the action, the boy plays the piano, doing the action. So therefore, the boy is the active subject, right? So that's the active voice. Now, is it clear right there? Yes, can you guys see that in the example? It's pretty clear, right? When we talk about active voice, the subject is doing the action of the verb, just like here. The boy plays the piano. The boy is the subject, plays the verb. The boy is doing the action, right? He's playing the piano, right? It's clear, correct? Yes, everybody? Yes, Mr. Carlos? No, Mr. Carlos?
Yes, Mr. Sweet.
Okay, so let's, we're gonna do some more, we're gonna see some more examples, do some exercises, and then it'll be clear for us. And then we'll see throughout the days, a lo largo de los días, vamos a ver the passive voice with the different tenses, and just practice and practice and practice with the different tenses. Right now, just concentrate on what voice is, what active voice is, what passive voice is, and then we with the examples it should be clear. All right, so anyway, all right, so I just probably made you for ya les hice olvidar, you know what I mean? So the boy plays the piano. The boy is doing the action of the verb. He's playing the piano, right? The boy plays the piano. Boy is the subject, plays is the verb. The boy is doing the action. Therefore, the boy is the active subject in this sentence. Therefore, we are talking in active voice. All right, so that's clear there. Now check this example out. Look at this example. The piano is played by let's say the same one we just used right now. The piano is played by the boy. Let's do that better. So we don't, so we could just keep the same example. The piano is played by the boy. So in this sentence, piano is the subject. Played is the verb, right? The piano is receiving the action, in other words, right? That's what we said when we're talking about the passive voice. The subject is receiving the action. When we talk about the active voice, the subject is doing the action, right? The boy plays the piano, right? He's doing the action. The piano is being played, in other words. The piano is played by the boy, right? So now the piano is the subject, right? The verb is played and the piano is receiving the action. Yes? That's what it was here. So therefore, the piano is the passive subject. Just like on the other one, the boy, right, was the subject. The subject was doing the action. Therefore, it was the active subject, right? The boy was the active subject. Is it clear, you guys, up to there? Yes? So this is how it is. When we talk about passive voice, right? When we talk about passive voice, the subject has to receive the action. Just like in this sentence here, the piano is played by the boy. The piano is the subject, is played is the verb. So the piano is receiving the action because the piano is being played by the boy. Therefore, the piano is the passive subject. All right. And that's how we do when we talk about passive and active voice. So therefore, here we are talking in passive voice, right? The piano is played by the boy. In active voice, the boy plays the piano, right? So that's the difference. The boy plays the piano. The boy is the subject. He's doing the action. The piano is played by the boy. That means the piano is the subject, right? And it's receiving the action, right? It's getting played by the boy. So therefore, the piano is the passive subject. Yes, is it clear, you guys, up to there? Hello? Is anybody there?
Yes, Mr. It's clear.
Okay, so why do we care, right? Why do we care? Let's put that up there. Why do we care? Let's write that down here. So why do we care? Why so? All right, let's put it up. Let's put it up here so we can write a little bit. Okay, so why do we care that this differences between the use of the active voice and the passive voice? If like we're basically saying the same thing, right? The piano, the boy plays the piano is played by the boy. Are we saying the same thing? Yes or no? Hello, you guys, am I the only one in class here? What's going on? You don't know how to answer yes or no? Is it saying the same thing?
¿Hay que responder a esta pregunta?
The boy plays the piano. The piano is played by the boy. Is that saying the same thing? Are we saying the same thing? Yes, of course, right? The
Yes.
boy plays
Yes,
the
mister.
piano. The piano is being played by the boy. We're saying the same thing. Active voice, passive voice. So why do we care? Is what I'm asking, right? So we're going to answer it now. Why do we care? Whether we're using the active or the passive. So the active voice is more concise. The active voice is more, I'll tell you right now what concise means. Concise means it gathers up more information. The active voice, it gives you more information. It's also easier to understand, the active voice. The subject is doing the action, right? Easy to understand. The active voice is pretty much easy. It's more concise. It's easier to understand. It's easier to understand. It's more concise. And it's less work. Less work for the reader. Well, for your reader, right? Since you're writing it. For your whatever you write and I'm reading, if you write it in active voice, it's less work for me. Passive voice, it's more work for me to understand and everything. For your reader. All right, so why do we care whether we use active or passive voice? The active voice is more concise. It's easier to understand. Concise means that gives you more information as you read it. You know what I mean? And it's easier to understand, right? As if we look at the examples, the boy plays the piano, the boy is the subject, the subject is doing the action. That's the active voice, right? So it's easier to understand, and it's less work for your reader, right? The subject voice, you know, the piano is played by the boy in the example. The subject is the piano, right? And it's receiving the action. Right? What the piano is the subject, but it's receiving the action from the boy that's playing it. Yeah. So therefore, the piano is the passive subject. So therefore, we're talking in the passive voice. You know what I mean? So I mean, up until there, that's where I wanted to be clear for now. So again, let's go back and see real quick. Make sure, because tomorrow I'm going to ask you guys what is voice. So you have to tell me, Mr. Carlos, voice refers to who or what that is doing the verb's action in a sentence, or you can say it in your own words. Is when in a sentence, the who or the what that is doing the verb's action, that's the voice, right? And we have an active voice, a passive voice. The active voice just means that the subject is doing the action, right? There's an active subject there, like the boy plays the piano, right? He's doing the action. And the passive voice means the subject is receiving the action, just like the piano is played by the boy. That means the piano becomes a passive subject, right? And so therefore that's what it's gotta be clear. All right. What is voice? What is active voice? What is passive voice? Right. And then it just gives you the pautas, right? So to figure out whether a sentence is active or passive, look at the subject, right? Is the subject performing the action? Like in the example, the boy plays the piano. Look at the subject. Where's the subject? The boy. What is he doing? He's playing the piano, right? He plays the piano, so he's doing the action. So therefore, it's active voice. And in the other way around, the piano is being played by the boy, right? The subject is the piano, and it's receiving the action. So it's a passive voice, the passive subject, the piano, right? The piano is played by the boy, piano is the subject. So the piano is receiving the action, therefore the piano is the passive subject, and we are talking in passive voice. All right. And why do we care? It's more concise. The active voice is more concise. It gives you more information. It's easier to understand. And it's less work for your readers when this helps you write. You know, the passive voice, active voice helps you write resumes, summaries, paragraphs. You know. So that's where we're going into right now, for you guys to be able to do that. So anyway, let me look for some exercises real quick. Not look, but let me upload them real quick. So you guys give me a second. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so let's open up another Jamboard and let's do an example real quick. Let's do it in some sticky notes. The dog scares the cat. Right? So let's take a look at that sentence. The dog scares the cat. Where is the subject? Crised. Where's the subject?
The cat.
In a regular sentence, the subject is at the end of a sentence. How do we make up a sentence, you guys? Give me a sentence in the present tense. He said, give me the structure. Give me the structure of a sentence in the present tense.
Sorry, teacher, sería the dog.
Sí, pero quiero que me des la estructura de qué tense conoces, qué tiempo conoces. Dame la estructura con el sujeto. ¿Cómo es eso? ¿Va al final o al principio? El sujeto.
No,
Sí,
al
¿verdad?
principio.
Okay. So, okay, entonces. The dog scares the cat. Here, the subject is the dog, right? Dog, not the dog. Yo digo el the dog, but obviously dog. It. In other words, aquí estamos hablando de he, I, he, she, it, you, we, they, you know. So the dog is the subject. Is he doing the action here in this sentence? Is the subject doing the action? Grisette, is the dog doing the action?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so what sentence is that? Is that am I speaking in the active voice or passive voice?
Active voice.
Active voice. Very good. Good job. Do you agree? Cristel, do you agree with Crisette?
Yes, Mr.
Okay, good. So the dog scares the cat. Dog is the subject, which is doing the action. The subject is doing the action. So therefore, the subject is doing the action, right? Where's the verb? Which one is the verb? Which one is the verb, Cristel?
Can I tell, Mr.?
Huh?
Can I say?
¿Cuál es el verbo, Gustavo?
Scar.
Scares.
Scares, right? Very good. So scares is the verb. And the subject is doing the verb's action. So therefore is the active, an active subject. So therefore is the active voice. All right, so this is an example of, how about if we say the cat is scared by the dog? How about if we say the cat is scared by the dog? Let's see. Let's go with the Alvaro. The cat is scared by the dog. What is the subject in that sentence, Alvaro? What is the subject? The cat is scared by the dog.
Subject. The cat.
The cat, very good. The subject is the cat. And who's doing the action? Is the cat doing the action or is it receiving the action?
It's receiving.
It's receiving, right? The cat is scared by the dog, right? So therefore, it's a passive subject. So therefore, we're talking in what voice? Oops. What voice are we talking in? Passive or active?
Passive.
Passive, right? Because it's receiving, the subject is receiving the action, right? Is receiving the action. So passive. So the cat is scared by the dog. The cat is the subject receiving the action. So subject is the cat. And the verb, what is the verb? Alvaro, what is the verb in that sentence?
Scared.
Scared, very good. So scared is the verb, right? So scared is the verb. And so therefore, it's a passive subject. Oops, sorry. Passive subject. All right. So there you go. All right, so those are examples. One that's passive, right? The dog scares the cat. The dog is the subject. That's real easy, right? The dog is the subject. The dog is doing the action. Therefore, is the active subject, active voice. The cat is scared by the dog. The subject is the cat. It's receiving the action. Therefore, it's a passive subject. Therefore, we're talking in passive voice. And scared is the verb there, and then the other one, scarce, is the verb, right? Okay, good. All right, let's see some more. Okay, so we have less than a minute or 1 minute left. So let's take a 1 minute break and then come back in 1 minute. Okay. So come back to the same link in 1 minute. All right, you guys. All right, thank you. So see you in a minute. Let's take a minute break. Make sure everybody comes back. All right. All right.